Hello and welcome. For this segment, we have Monique McPherson, who is an RTT hypnotherapist, poet, light worker, life book leader, fearless warrior mum to, not going to say how many, but multiple children. Monique discovered for herself the freedom of breaking free from the sugar trap, and she's passionate about helping others implement this powerful lifestyle shift. If necessary, she gives her clients willpower, determination, or motivation super boosts using RTT. And she's going to share her story of how she broke up with sugar, as well as a little hypnotherapy exercise to let us tap into our inner resources and see if we too want to get free from the sugar trap. Monique, please unmute. Welcome, welcome.
Hello. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much. So being aware of time, I'll quickly go straight in to my story. So I was a comfort eater, and in times of stress, I would eat a lot of chocolate, crisps, biscuits, you know, all the things that were laden with sugar, and my weight ballooned and I wasn't happy. So I found a way to completely change my lifestyle and completely get sugar out of my life. And you might ask, you know, why? What's wrong with sugar? You know, a lot of people watch British Bake Off or you know, cookery programs where they're using tons of their stuff. Why would they do that? Why would they show us so much sugar and encourage us to eat it if it isn't good for us? So I found out a few things, and sugar is actually quite addictive. And if you put something that's addictive into a food product, it's a marketer's dream, it's a food seller's dream, because people are going to come back for more and more. And that's basically, you know, what they want. But unfortunately, it has such a detrimental effect on our health. It can lead to type 2 diabetes. It can lead to food addiction. And you can get these awful blood sugar crashes, like whenever you're hungry. And in my case, it was a sugar addiction. It was a chocolate addiction in my case. And, you know, when you eat like 10 bars of chocolate in one day, you realize you've got a problem. And so I took it upon myself really to find ways to do something about it. And I was successful, you know, and as I found out more about sugar and the effects on it and how it's kept quite quiet, you know, there's a lot of people that don't even realize that some of the issues that they have are simply because of sugar in their diet, that I thought, I've got to share this, you know, I've got to let people know what they can do. So there might be many other ways, but the ways that I learned are what I'd like to share with you today. So the first thing I'd like to explain is, because it is an addiction, it is as addictive as cocaine, heroin. You can't just go cold turkey, you know, even if it is bad for you, it will affect you. In my case, I was so like, right, I'm not having sugar out in my life, that's it, I'm not going to eat anymore, and I completely stopped. And I found myself physically shaking, sweating, weak. I went through my cupboard, I ate a whole pizza. 2 hours later, I'm going through my cupboards again looking for something, because my body was like, that's not nutrition, you're still hungry, we need the sugar. So that does not work. So what I had to do was go to plan B, and that was weaning myself off. So we need to wean ourselves off of sugar if you want it out of your life completely and you don't want that craving anymore. And also it gives your body time to be able to adjust to the differences and adjust to the changes. And when you don't go cold turkey, it's more likely to be an easier transition and a more permanent change. So my motto is swap, don't stop. So the first one, the biggest one, was sugar. Sugar itself, refined sugar, you know, straight out the bag, the white stuff, in teas and coffees. And so what I did is I swapped sugar for something called erythritol. And I'm glad I managed to get it out the first time. It starts with an X. And you can get it anyway, get it on Amazon, health shops. And it's a sugar substitute, which is more plant-based, a lot better for you, less refined, more natural for you. And it's not quite as sweet as sugar. So that kind of guides you into getting used to a slightly less sweeter taste rather than just cutting it out altogether. And only when it's part of your lifestyle, because if you change something too early, you're still not going to get used to it. So once I was having xylitol all the time in my teas and coffees, and it became a habit as opposed to a conscious choice, and it was my sugar of choice, only then did I change again. And I changed from xylitol to erythritol. And erythritol is another sugar substitute, but this one, whereas xylitol can affect your blood sugar, you can still get the odd crash, whereas erythritol doesn't affect your blood sugar at all. And it's a little less sweet, but once you're used to xylitol, it's a lot easier to get used to erythritol. And once I had that into my life, I noticed I started, like, the crashes were less, you know, over time. So that's one of the main things to do. Once you're on erythritol, you'll find that if you want to stop sugar, it's a lot easier, because you've kind of trained yourself, you know, to stop, to have less sugar in your tea. It's not so sweet. You've gotten used to not having such sweet teas and coffees. And that's when it becomes easier to, like, if you want, you know, cut out the teas and coffees and switch to water or green tea or whatever it may be. I'm a green tea drinker now, and I don't have any sugar. And the next thing is chocolate. And to me, that was a big thing. I am an ex-chocolate addict. You know, I'm proud to say it now. I wasn't then, not when I was overweight, and I was covered in spots, you know, like it broke out my skin. It's really bad for skin. And, you know, the day I had 10 was the day my awareness kind of kicked in, and I thought, right, we've got to get this out of my life. So in order to wean myself off of chocolate, because I loved that sweet, creamy milk chocolate, I couldn't just go from milk to nothing. I couldn't just go from milk to dark. I tried that. It tasted awful. So what I did is I swapped to 50-50. In England, there's a brand, Bourneville, which is 50% milk chocolate, 50% dark chocolate. That's tolerable. And it only takes, if that's a word, it only takes a few times to have something before you do actually get used to the taste. It's easier than we think to wean ourselves onto things that we think we don't really like, or even things that we really don't like. So after getting used to 50-50 and making it my chocolate of choice, making it my lifestyle, making sure that I don't really want the milk chocolate anymore, then and only then you switch to a stronger one, a more cocoa based one. So I think you can get 65. I was able to go to 70% from the 50-50 and get used to that and be able to train myself to that, you know. And it became, there's like a time of sudden realization when it's like, oh my God, I don't eat milk chocolate anymore. I'm a dark chocolate eater, you know, well done me. Because you've got to praise yourself, realize how far you've come. It's a big deal, you know, to do this. So once 70% is in your life and you're used to it, it's a habit, not a choice, then and only then you can change. In my case, because I do have quite a bit of willpower, I was able to cut out chocolate from 75%. I didn't have to go to 75, the 80, the, you know, but it's there if you need to wean yourself that bit further. It's so much easier to give up chocolate when you're eating dark chocolate than it is when you're eating milk chocolate, you know, because you've already changed your taste buds. That really arms you. So, and the third thing I think is really important that a lot of people struggle with is biscuits, stroke cookies. And I could not find a substitute out there. I couldn't find a healthy biscuit. A lot of biscuits say they're healthy because maybe they're gluten-free, or they say they're healthy because they're vegan, or they say they're healthy because they're low fat or whatever, but they're all stuffed with sugar. I couldn't find one that was all of those and sugar-free. So I made my own. So I found buckwheat, and the reason why I chose buckwheat flour, because there's many others out there, is because it's also gluten-free. And unfortunately, there's wheat in the name, but there's no gluten at all in buckwheat flour. So to make buckwheat biscuits, it's literally just 3 ingredients: buckwheat flour, extra virgin coconut oil, and raw honey. And I specifically would say raw honey as opposed to like the cheap runny honey you get, partly because they're sweeter, partly because they're very runny, and like the consistency is quite difficult to make into the biscuits. And raw honey is so much better for you. And also you can get so many different flavors, you know, to be able to make the biscuits as you like. I use the wildflower, but there's all different hues and strengths out there. So those are the three things. The buckwheat biscuits, I'll quickly give you the recipe. It's basically 4 parts buckwheat flour, 2 parts extra virgin coconut oil, and 1 part the honey, and that's it. Just those 3 ingredients. So if you're using like a I don't know, a cupful, then it would be 4 cups, 2 cups, 1 cup, and so on. And then you do it in a preheated oven for 180 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes, and that's it. It's very quick, very easy to do, and it's a guilt-free biscuit, which I like. Sometimes I change them up. I'll put, you know, the omega-3 seed mix in them. Just a tablespoon I'd mix in. You can mix in dried cranberry. You can have them plain and just, you know, that's what I do anyway, spread almond butter on it. So yeah, it's almond butter. You're thinking, you know, how can you know, that isn't that sweet, isn't that thick? No, it's once you change your lifestyle and you get all the sugar out of your system, your body knows what to do with natural fats and natural sugars, so that, you know, you don't need that fear of, but I'm still going to put on weight, or I'm still going to be addicted to, you know, the sweet stuff. So yeah, that's what I would say. Arm yourself. If you need something like right now, because occasionally, you know, if you it's hard to break a habit of a lifetime. So if you find yourself, say you're out, you don't have your biscuits, you haven't made any yet or whatever, and you need to eat something right now, keep something in your bag at all times, whether it be an apple or raisins. That's a good one, because raisins, it really gives you that sweetness. If you crave that, as soon as you eat a few of those, that craving goes. It's like, you know, you sugar hit a few raisins. So if you arm yourself with something, mangoes are quite sweet as well, bananas are quite sweet. If you arm yourself with something else that is sweet, you'll find that when you get that craving for something sweet, it doesn't have to be the cake or the biscuit, you know, while you're going through this process. So that's something else I would give you a tip for. One other thing I would say is read your labels, because when you want to get it out of your foodstuffs, you'd be surprised how many processed foods actually have sugar added in. You know, it's in ketchup, it's in baked beans, it's in bread. You know, there's things you wouldn't think have sugar in, you know, that it's in. So once you get to the stage where you're empowered and you're proactive, look at your labels and start making your own foods. You know, that's one of the best things that I could say. I do that now, but it took me a time. You know, it was a gradual process, changing things one at a time. Because if you do too many, it's going to overwhelm you. So I'd only suggest doing that, you know, towards the end, unless you feel empowered, you know, and strong enough to do so. Sugar has many, many names. You know, if it's got an OSE at the end of it, it's likely to be a form of sugar like fructose, you know, glucose, that kind of stuff. A lot of them are syrups, but it's basically just runny sugar, you know. So I have a list that I will share, which is quite extensive, which lists the many names, the many forms of sugar. And the other tip I would say, if on a packet you see a really long name that you really can't recognize, it's probably not food. It's probably not worth eating it anyway. So yeah, beans, ketchup, juices, a lot of juices, you can check your juices. Some of them have added sugars. Some of them where they say no added sugars doesn't mean it's got no sugar in it. It means they put sweeteners in it, you know, which is just as bad for you. So yeah, check carefully. If it's fresh and 100%, look for 100%, then you'll know it's got no sugar in it. And it only takes a few tries of new foods to get used to the taste. I assure you, you'll be surprised, and you'll get to like and enjoy the healthier foods. And after a while, they'll be your foods of choice. It doesn't have to be sweet to be pleasurable. So are you motivated? Are you determined? Are you really ready to do this? You know, do you have tons of willpower? Because not everyone does, and I get that. And that's where RTT comes in. You know, if you find that you really want to do this, you really want to give up the stuff, but you kind of find yourself grabbing stuff and you just can't help yourself. Or every time you get really stressed, it's like, no, that's it. And, you know, I've been there, you know, so I know it can happen. So I'm here to offer you that strength. I'm going to offer recordings, free recordings, whether it's to do with determination, whether it's to do with motivation, or whether it's to do with willpower, whichever one of those you think you're lacking, I can help you with that. And RTT, it can also help you get to the root cause, because a lot of people have a relation to food that they don't necessarily realize was a subconscious belief that was formed in childhood. Now, I've found with quite a few of my clients that in the sessions, it turns out that either they were literally brought up to make sure they finish everything, which is like eating when you're full. They can't leave the table unless they continue to eat. You know, what is that? But they kind of get trained to do that. So they get trained to overeat. There are those that have an emotional attachment. So like in my case, that was it. Because I had a tumultuous childhood, I would use chocolate as my form of escape. So every time I had a really bad time, I would reach for the chocolate and it would take me away from it for a while, you know, and that becomes a habit in adulthood. And there are many, many reasons. You know, some people literally, you know, if you have like addictive personality, you know, if you be prone to, for instance, drinking, maybe too much on occasion, gambling, maybe too much on occasion, it's the same thing. If you have an addictive personality, then it'll be harder for you to break an addiction, which is sugar. So there are so many reasons, you know, many other reasons as well, why people can find it really hard to get past this point and keep up the motivation. So RTT can really help with this. It can get to the root cause, you know, what is doing it, what is causing it, why you have that barrier, why you keep coming across a brick wall, finding that point in your life where something happened that made you that, you know, the person you are, and you can flip it right at that point, you know, right at the root cause, and then it would cause the changes of behavior into adulthood. And then you would get recording, and in the recording would lay down the new neural pathways so that you don't go back on yourself on these new changes. It will seal in those new habits and that new lifestyle, and encourage you to be the person you want to be, get sugar out of your life, and be so much more healthy. That's one thing that I noticed more than anything. Things that I thought weren't to do with eating sugar, you know, a couple of ailments, I won't get too personal and describe them, but they went away. And I was thinking, my goodness, you know, I thought that was just because I, you know, had 5 kids. So yeah, there are a lot of things that a lot of additional and hidden benefits, you know, as well as like skin complexion. You know, I'm 52. I do get told that I don't look it, so I'm just going to blurt. So yeah, that's one of the benefits: health, vitality, energy. You know, I don't have those sugar crashes anymore. I'm so happy about that. That never happens. That's out of my life. You know, and it can be out of yours too, if you're really ready to give up sugar. And I will be there for you. I will assist. You can contact me, you can message me. You know, I want to make sure you do this. So, you know, I will absolutely help you to keep going. Kirsty, is there anything you wanted to ask me before I finish?
Okay. So one thing we've just realized, we have a little bit of extra time. We have plenty of time for you to do your 15-minute practice.
Oh, okay.
So if there's anything else you want to get in before that, and then we'll let the practice flow in just before the Q&As at the end. Yeah, no, for me, one of the things for me is I love the way you're talking about the willpower super boost. It's like whatever you're talking about in life, whether you're talking about giving up sugar or giving up kind of negative modes of thinking, it can be the willpower that's the key thing. And if the RTT can give you that little kind of tweak, then it's definitely worth its weight in gold, isn't it?
Right, right. So RTT, which is Rapid Transformational Therapy, it's a form of self-hypnosis, because I'm taking you into hypnosis, but in a way you're doing it yourself. So if you want a taster of RTT, we can do this right now. So I'm going to take you to a happy place today. So all you have to do is just make sure that your phone is either on silent or switched off. Make sure that you're in a comfortable position with hands and feet not quite touching, and make sure that you won't be disturbed for about 15 minutes. So just make yourself comfortable, either lying down or sitting, with your hands and feet not quite touching. And I'd just like you to relax. Roll your eyes right up, as if you're trying to look into your own eyebrows, and keeping those eyes rooted to the spot. Take a deep breath in and out. Keeping your eyes on the spot, take another deep breath in. And as your eyelids flicker, that's hypnosis coming upon you, and breathe out. And one more time, keeping those eyes fixed, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you slowly close your eyes down, right down. And as your eyelids shut down, the muscles and nerves in and around your eyes are becoming heavy, droopy, drowsy. Your eyelids are starting to feel as if they've been glued shut, sealed shut, locked tight. You'll find the harder you try to open your eyes, the more they feel glued shut, sealed shut, and locked together. Now just forget all about your eyes and allow that drifting, floating feeling to develop in your body. Now just drop your chin down a fraction so you can feel that looking down sensation that you get when you look over a balcony, or down 10 steps. And picture 10 steps down now into somewhere beautiful, somewhere relaxing. And as I count down, you'll see your feet, hear your feet, and even feel your feet treading each step and every step as you allow yourself to just go deeper. So right now, you're moving on to step 10, as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 9. You can see your feet treading each step as you go deeper into a place of relaxation. You're taking step 8. You can hear your feet making contact with every step as you go deeper. You're taking step 7. You can feel your feet treading each step as you go deeper still. You're taking step 6. Any sound or noise or movement around you just carries you further, deeper, way, way deeper into hypnosis. You're taking step 5 and you're halfway down, ready for transformation. Just go deeper. You're taking step 4 as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 3, going deeper into an awareness of yourself. You're taking step 2, going deeper into your own internal state. You're taking step 1, just go deeper, drift deeper, sink deeper. And you're responding perfectly. And as I click my fingers, you'll go deeper, drift deeper, float deeper. And deeper just means going deeper into an awareness of yourself. So again, I want you to imagine that your eyes are glued shut, sealed shut, locked together, and the harder you try to open them, the more they feel absolutely locked tight. So try to open your eyes and find they are locked shut. Go deeper. Try to open your eyes and find they are glued shut. Go deeper. Try to open your eyes and find they are fused together, sealed together, locked together. Just go deeper and deeper, at least 50 times deeper. That's perfect. And now you're going to go to a place in your mind connected to a happy memory, a time when you felt excited, happy, proud, a scene which has a positive connection for you. Your mind already knows, and as I count backwards, it will take you straight back to this scene. As I count backwards from 5 to 1, you're going back to that scene, place, event and time that is all to do with that happy feeling. It's so clear and the scene is coming to you instantly. So on the count of 5, you're drifting back to a significant scene all to do with feeling happy. On the count of 4, you're becoming younger. On the count of 3, becoming smaller, lighter, shorter, drifting back, right back to a scene, place, event and time that was all to do with why you feel so happy. And on the count of 1, you're going back easily, years, months, weeks and days peeling away as you go back to a significant scene. Just be there. As I click my fingers, a scene is coming into your mind easily, effortlessly and automatically like a computer screen warming up, and suddenly the picture is there. And that scene where you are now, is it the daytime or the nighttime? Are you inside or outside? Who are you with and how old are you? What is it that you're seeing, feeling and experiencing in this scene? What is it that's making you so happy? Take in this scene, look around, take in every lovely moment. Find the lead up to that moment where the happiness begins and play out that scene. Be in that scene and relive the events that made you feel good. Take yourself along that scene to that moment. Find where the happiness begins and focus in on it. I'd like you to hone in on that feeling. Where do you feel that feeling? I want you to find that feeling and I want you to intensify that feeling tenfold and just be there. Imagine a dial, a big round dial of feeling. And that feeling is your happiness. And you can turn that dial right up to 10. And you turn it up, let it well up inside you. And you feel that joy tenfold. Feel every delicious moment of it. Enjoy that scene. Focus on that feeling of happiness and bliss, excitement, elation. Feel it right now. Just bask in that feeling. Float in that feeling. Enjoy that beautiful feeling and intensify that feeling because you deserve it. You deserve to feel joy. Enjoy every blissful moment right now. And just let yourself go deeper as you enjoy this wonderful scene and as you intensify all the beautiful feelings that come with this scene. Taking that dial and turning it up as high as you can until you feel that bliss, that joy. Intensify the joy. Intensify the bliss. Intensify the happiness and enjoy yourself. You deserve this feeling. You deserve to feel good. As you visualize this scene, you're feeling amazing. You're feeling blissful. You're feeling joyful. You're feeling brilliant. As the scene plays out, you're feeling more and more terrific. You're feeling vibrant. You're feeling wonderful. You want to smile so much right now. Smiles are so radiating. Smiles are so contagious. And you're feeling so happy you can't help but smile. And when you smile, your face just lights up. You show joy, you radiate joy, and you attract it right back.
with that beautiful smile, because you're feeling so good right now and you deserve to enjoy every moment of it. So keep smiling, keep enjoying that sensation. There's a bright light of joy all around you right now. Breathe some of that in. Take a deep breath in and breathe in joy. And breathe out radiance. You're feeling superb. You are shining. You're shining so much. You're radiating it out of every pore. You feel sensational. You're having the best time and you're feeling amazing. And you can come back and feel like this anytime you want. Every time you listen to this recording, you'll feel the best feelings, the most joyous feelings, the most wonderful feelings. And you'll want to play this recording so that when you wake up, you feel so ready, so vibrant, so excited, in just the best mood and ready to start your day on the best foot each and every time. You are an amazing human being and you deserve bliss, you deserve joy, you deserve to feel happy, to feel grateful, to feel abundant and to feel wonderful every single day. You radiate that joy every day and it attracts the most wonderful synchronicities into your life. Life will be better for you because the more you radiate these wonderful feelings, the more they attract right back to you. The universe is a mirror, and what you show the universe will give right back to you. So emanate that joy, radiate that bliss, shine that light, and let the universe see just how happy, how grateful, and how joyous you are. You're the brightest light. You're the shiniest star. You are so happy, so blissful, and so joyful right now. You can feel every single beautiful sensation in every part of your body, right through to your core. You take that feeling, you enjoy that feeling, you absolutely let go. This is you. Every time you picture that beautiful, joyous dial and you turn it up, it elevates that feeling of bliss, of wonderful happiness. Every time you say to yourself, turn up the joy, those feelings of happiness rush from the toes right up through the top of your head, and you radiate that beautiful feeling again. And you're right there in that state of bliss, peace, and that wonderful feeling. All you have to do is think those thoughts, say those words to yourself, and you're right back into that beautiful place. You can do it any time you like, and you choose to do it every day. It raises your vibration. It raises that sense of peace, that sense of happiness, and it makes you 10 times happier than you already were. Beautiful soul, you are joy. You are happiness. You are love. So just allow yourself to keep going deeper and deeper. Intensify the bliss. Intensify the happiness. And enjoy yourself. You deserve this feeling. You deserve to feel good. And as you go deeper, you're listening with your subconscious mind. And you know that you're incredibly suggestible, and that is an extraordinary gift. Today and every day, you're going to give yourself the most incredible, life-changing suggestions. You love yourself. You believe in yourself. And you can just radiate joy anytime you think about doing so. You feel inspirational about this, and you're excited and motivated and enthusiastic to do something that makes you feel so good. Just let yourself go deeper and breathe in bliss. Breathe out radiance. You are free. You've had a massive upgrade and you're living in an upgraded world, a safe place where you are loved, you are appreciated, and you have connection. Now that you have this understanding, it's so liberating and so freeing. So as you go deeper, your inner mind, the most powerful part of you, has one job, and that job is to do exactly what it thinks you want it to do. So every day you play this recording, and beautiful soul, your mind understands very clearly that what you want is to be joyous, happy, and connected, and to wake up every morning with massive motivation to look after yourself, to love yourself, to treat yourself with respect, and to be happy, grateful, joyous, and to feel good. So as you go deeper, your powerful inner mind is every day spurring you on, conditioning you, motivating you, compelling you to make your life wonderful by allowing and accepting these suggestions. You remember your joyous, happy moments, and you remember them easily and effortlessly. You turn up that dial and you radiate happiness throughout every cell of your body, out through your skin and all around you. You radiate that light. People notice it. It's infectious. You radiate joy. You see yourself enjoying your happiest moments, and you know that there are many, many more to come. Days filled with laughter, fun, blissful moments, and deep connection. Every day you wake up with a burning desire, a fire within to let the world know and see just how confident and capable, lovable and worthy you are. You are enough. You are more than enough. And you know it. Family knows it. The universe knows it. The universe put you here for a reason. And the universe will support you in whatever you do. So you play this recording every day and you're excited and elated to play it because it makes you feel wonderful and because you are empowering yourself. Every day you wake up feeling vibrant, healthy, physically and emotionally. You radiate confidence and capability from every pore. And in turn, it's attracting amazing people into your life. You feel happy, you feel connected, you feel at peace, you feel absolutely wonderful. Every day you feel more lovable, more powerful, more confident and more worthy. You are an amazing human being. So as you go deeper, this image of you, this light, it's so clear, it's so lifelike. It's becoming you more so every single day because everything is in the right place at the right time for it to happen. All you have to do is think these thoughts, hear these words, see these images and accept these suggestions. These suggestions are having a powerful healing impact on you, and you're responding perfectly, powerfully to these direct mental commands because you're a brilliantly suggestible person. And even as you hear these words, your beautiful, brilliant mind is already making a blueprint of what I'm saying and manifesting it for you. You're making your life a masterpiece right now, and you feel liberated, you feel free, and you feel empowered. Every day you're motivated, compelled and inspired to make your life fantastic. You know you can do it. You can't wait to get started. Life is full of joy. Now if you're intending, you can drift off to sleep and enjoy a deep healing sleep until it's the right time to wake up and you won't hear any more of these words. Or counting back from 5 to 1. 5, you're becoming aware of your body. 4, becoming aware of your surroundings. 3 and 2, taking a deep, blissful breath and feeling wonderful. On 1, easily and effortlessly open your eyes. And keep that feeling of joy and happiness. Keep it right there. Even though your eyes are open, you can continue this feeling and continue to feel good. So just take a delicious stretch. Stretch out your arms, stretch out your legs, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Keep that beautiful, radiant smile on your face and share it with the world. Peace, joy, and love to you. Thank you for listening.